Jessica and I are classmates. We become friends for one thing. That is, we're both bullied by Delia. Delia is a grumpy girl. She is 16 years old, who is 2 years older than me and Jessica. We grew up together in the same town. The town is very small, so we can't get rid of Delia in our childhood. There is a log cabin in Delia's yard. She likes the pigeons very much. She keeps many pigeons in the log cabin. One day, the weather was good. I was doing my homework in my room when hearing Delia and Jessica yelling outside. I went to the window and asked, "What's up? I haven't finished my homework yet." Jessica said, "Delia wants to take us to the river today. Is it okay to write homework later?" "Hurry up! Don't wait for me to go upstairs," Delia interrupted her angrily. Coming to the river, Delia told us that today we need to block this small river for catching some fish. I didn't want to do this because I didn't want to hurt these small animals. However, as forced by Delia's majesty, I didn't dare to go against her. I was just dragging when I was moving the stone. I could tell that Jessica is very fond of catching little fish. She moved the stone quickly and piled up a semicircular trap in a short while, then anxiously waiting for the little fish to get in. Delia's trap was very large, almost blocking the whole river, and she had caught several fish, so she showed us her achievements. Jessica asked me to help her making a big trap as well. When she was picking stones in the river, there was a bigger one, which took a lot of effort to move up. After removing the stone, something was shining underneath. She shouted in surprise, "I found a treasure!" It was a red stone after fished out, which looked very rare. Delia saw this, then grabbed it from Jessica, and she said, "I am the person in charge of this operation. This stone should be kept by me before we know the value of it." Then she gladly ran home. Jessica was frustrated and angry. I tried to advise her not to care, and we could look for another. There might be many such stones. She ignored me and went home disappointedly. After destroying all their traps, I went after Jessica and wanted to comfort her more. But I knew it didn't work as I knowing her very well. After a while, it was a rainy day. I was reading in the room and enjoying this quiet time. Suddenly, there was a sharp knock on the door. After I opened the door, I see Jessica with some mud on her feet. Jessica seriously said, "You must do me a favor today." I asked her, "What happened?" She said, "Today is a great opportunity to get back my thing." I said, "Are you going to ask Delia for the stone? We can't make it." Jessica said, "No, 2 of her abominable pigeons are sick, and her parents drove her to a veterinarian dozens of kilometers away. She'll be back late tonight. If the stone was hidden by her, it must be in her log cabin." I was surprised. "Oh my God, is this right? I am a little bit scared." Jessica said, "Only you and I know this. If Delia can't find the stone after she comes back, she would think she might have forgot it somewhere." We came to Delia's house, and the rain kept falling. Jessica asked me to get in firstly for looking, and she would be guarding at the door. She would remind me when something happened. I climbed over the fence and worked towards the cabin. When I opened the door, I looked inside it with a flashlight. The room was messier than I thought. I firstly searched from the cabinet on the right, which only contained some clothes. My hands were shaking because I hadn't done this before. Then when I squatted down and poured the drawer below, it seemed to be stuck inside. I increased my strength, and the drawer was pulled open with a jerk, and my flashlight fell out of my hand. Leaving them alone, I picked up the flashlight and continued searching. As if a few more pigeons got in, I used a flashlight to see what they were going to do on the wall. After seeing this scene, I was shocked. I escaped the cabin in panic. Jessica saw me back, so she asked me urgently, "Do you find the stone?" "I can't describe what I saw in the log cabin just now," I said. "I haven't found it. Her pigeons are so weird. Shall we go home?" When got back at the log cabin, the first thing I did was looking at the pigeons on the wall. They promiscuously stood on the wooden slats. Do I just see something wrong? Jessica didn't care about pigeons. She carefully rummaged when squatting by the drawer. I carefully looked at each corner of the room with the flashlight. I saw Delia standing at the left wall, and I reflexively screamed. Jessica said, "It is just a picture. Coward, come help me hold the flashlight." Jessica was a little impatient, and she was still talking about something when she was looking for the stone. When she was just pulling the last drawer, the pigeons flew around the room. Angry Jessica picked up a stick on the ground and hit the flock of pigeons. After hitting one to death, she hadn't vented her spleen yet. She took the pigeon eggs on the table and then shattered them all. A pigeon flew out of the flock and flew over Delia's picture to tear the big picture in half with its paws. Halfway from the head of the picture, I looked at the broken picture in a daze. Jessica pulled me and said, "Got it, let's go." I was so tired that I lay on the bed as soon as I went back home. After rested for about 10 minutes, the phone rang. I picked up the phone. It was Jessica, and she asked me to turn on the TV and watch the local news channels with urgent voice. I turned on the TV, and it was reporting a car accident in the news. It was Delia. Her car was overturned from side by a van. The unlucky Delia's upper half head was smashed. Her parents were in comatose. Then they were taken to local hospital. This matter has been passed for 20 years. I used pseudonyms for the characters inside. Now, Jessica has been married for many years, and she has always wanted a baby without success. I hope this curse will stop.